Hey, I'm Ton Vin, and this is Seattle Eats, a food podcast from the Seattle Times and KUOW. Stadium food isn't always the best. Soggy chicken tenders, cold burgers, at a premium price, of course. But Lumen Field, home of the Seattle Seahawks, is trying to up their game. In the past few years, Lumen has built a massive food program filled with celebrity partnerships and international flavors. They invited me to preview some new dishes on offer during this Seahawks season. So I'm headed over with producer Brandi Fullwood. We'll taste this season's new dishes and tell you which one stands out. Ready? Let's go! Hey Seattle Eaters! I'm here outside Lumen Field with producer Brandi Fullwood, and we're going to do a little game I like to call Try It Before You Buy It. Concession edition.
We're at a press event.
Okay, sound a little more excited, Brandi.
I'm excited. I mean, I skipped my lunch, so I'm excited to eat.
Okay, there you go. We're here with some game day grub, Brandi. What's your usual move at a game? What is your pre-funk plan? Do you tailgate, don't look at the price, and just buy whatever you see?
I like in this scenario, I'm the kind of person that goes to a football game anyway, but I'll bite. I'll say that what I usually do at any kind of game or kind of stadium event is I just eat before I come here, or I eat chicken tenders. What's your game plan?
My friends and I, we like to go to Chinatown beforehand, do a little dim sum, or get some banh mi's or some pastries to go. And if we're still hungry, we'll just hit one of the vendors outside the stadiums, one of the hot dog vendors, or buy some bottled water. It's so much cheaper than buying inside the stadium. But you know what? The Seahawks people, they understand that we're trying to game the system, so to speak. They realize that people are trying to buy food outside the stadium instead of buying in the stadium. So they made it pretty hip. In recent years, they have specials beforehand. They try to do more lower price points item. What they're doing today is sort of like a trade show, so to speak. We have vendors showing off their food. So we're gonna see some corn dogs and maybe pizzas and smash burgers. So, Brandi, are you game?
I'm game. Tell me what's our plan? What do you want me to do?
So I tell you what, Brandi, since we have different tastes in food, we're gonna go separately, sample some of these burgers, corn dogs, and we'll pick the best three.
All right, ready? Break!
Brandi and I make our way into Lumen Field and up the wide concrete stairs towards the tasting event. A group of Seagulls cheerleaders are shaking their pom-poms and posing for photos.
Go Hawks!
We're guided into the city side bar. This is one of the fanciest spots to enjoy a game. The bar looks right onto the field. I can almost touch the end zone. Everything in the stadium is decorated for the Hawks' first game in a few days' time. There's blue and white trails everywhere. But the attraction today is the 5 booths with new dishes this season. Brandi and I agreed to try everything on the menu, then meet up afterward to compare our top 3.
Are you finishing every bite?
I'm just taking one bite or two.
All right. I'm going to take your lead so I don't get too full.
Some of the food we're tasting is made by local restaurants. There's ChungChun rice hot dogs, based in the Chinatown International District. Loon Cafe in Pioneer Square is serving a cup of Dubai chocolate strawberries. And there's Legion Sports Bar in Bellevue, founded by Seahawk legends Cam Chancellor and Richard Sherman. But today's menu also features food from bigger companies, like King's Hawaiian, the sweet bread. And there are some dishes that only serve in Lumen Field. My favorite game day meal last season was chicken tenders from Big Walt's Chicken Counter. And today, they got a new dish to try. About 45 minutes after we arrived, Brandi and I met up again in the seats just below the tasting area. Okay, we're sitting down in the 100-level seats, which is probably like a couple $100 more per ticket than we can afford, actually. You've gone through the entire tasting stand. I have too. We didn't compare notes, but now we're going to review where our top 3 dishes are. You want to go first or you want me to go first?
You go first. I'll follow your lead.
Okay. For one, I am going to pick the King Hawaiian's barbecue stall.
Wait, I'm so curious which one because I liked one of theirs too, especially.
It's a no-brainer for me. It's a rib sandwich.
That's what I liked. Why did you like it?
I like it because, well, we should back up here. When you're talking about concession stand food, you can't think of it in terms of a restaurant, right? It's more like airport food in the sense that it's just built for speed and efficiency. You're literally making food for tens of thousands of people. So the key is just to get it out, right? And just make it substantial to fill you up. It's really not based on taste most of the times, but I thought this really held up well. And let me tell you why. Brandi, I went the opposite direction of what you're supposed to do. I didn't pick the one that was hot. I picked the one that was the coldest. Because let's face it, if you're going to a Seahawks game with tens of thousands of people, that's what you're going to get. So I think I got the real experience, and I think it held up. And the reason why is because it's so fatty. It had a lot of flavor, and it held up at room temperature. Unlike, say, for me, the burger or the nachos. I would eat this.
Yeah, I kind of had like similar feelings. I wrote that I didn't really care that it was cold because I still could taste that char, and I really liked the pickle on it. It had really great crunch, and it technically comes with sides. We didn't try the sides, but that made me more excited about it.
Yeah, it comes with a mac salad and kettle chips. Nicely balanced because that meat is so salty and fatty rich. It comes with a pineapple slaw, so it hits that theme of like Hawaiian comfort food. I thought that was probably the best thing I had here. It'll taste as good cold as it is hot.
Honestly, it makes me feel so much more confident in my food taste that you also really like that one too.
No, it doesn't matter, Brandi. Like, we all have our own taste palette, and you know.
You're the critic.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, so we agree on one. You give me one now.
Okay, I will say, I don't know if it's like the nostalgia of Red 40, but I really like the Cheeto fried chicken tender. I thought it was so good, so crunchy, and so surprising that I thought there was a bone in there, but it was actually just like crispy skin.
Brandi, guess what? I picked that too.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, so much for the suspense of like going separately and then choosing the top three. I love it. This was my favorite thing at the Seahawks Stadium last season and the season prior. It's pretty much the same thing. What I had was the Walter Jones chicken tenders with bang bang sauce, which is sort of like a chili mayo sauce. And I loved it then because it held up. It was crispy. It was substantial. It was around $16. That's a good deal for stadium food. So this is sort of like the soup up updated version. It's basically the same chicken tenders I have, except it's coated in Cheetos. And I did the same thing, Brandi. I took the saddest looking one, the one that was sitting out the longest, and I touched it. It was kind of like room temperature cold. And I said, yep, this is what you would get at a stadium food. And I tasted it, and it held up. You still have to crunch. It was still juicy enough where it held up. And the guy looked at me like I was crazy. You mean you want the one that's just the freshest? No. I want the saddest one you have.
The one that's losing its like red neon hue.
And it was, still crunchy. Yeah. You're right. It looked weird, didn't it?
It looked weird, but I'm so pro hot Cheetos that I knew I was going to be down. I was actually worried that it was going to ruin some of the experiences around here because hot Cheetos have such a huge like punch in the face flavor. It was actually not as spicy, not as intense as eating a whole bag of hot Cheetos.
It is the perfect beer sponge because it's on the salty end, has the crunch factor. That would go great with beer. I would say that is the best thing. If you're going to have a beer, this is the best thing to have it with.
That's a really good pairing. I like that. What kind of beer?
Oh, a Rainier. Anything. They have Michelob. Even a Michelob Light would go as well with this.
I love that. Local loyalty. Okay, what's your third one? And maybe we don't have the same third one.
There's no way you picked this one. This is a controversial one just from looking at people's reaction. They either love it or they had this this is gross. My third pick is the Korean corn dog. Squid ink flavor. I kind of knew it was going to be a winner before I even ate it because it's a Korean corn dog, which means it's deep fried in rice flour. And that is a key because rice flour or cornstarch will keep things more crunchy and crispy. And that is one of the great things that has changed a lot with stadium food. I remember stadium food from 20 years ago. Fried chicken is also greasy, it's never crispy, but everyone has wised up. How you make fried chicken or any fried food crunchy or crispy is you use rice flour or cornstarch or both. And the rice is a rice flour battered corn dog, and it's still crispy even at room temperature. It has mozzarella, and it has squid ink, and of course a snappy hot dog. And again, I picked the saddest one. It was kind of cold, and I thought it held up in terms of flavor. Would have been better hot? Definitely. 2 times better, but it held up for me.
Yeah, I had some reservations about it. I did really like that one. I ended up really liking the half spicy one, and only because I was really craving mustard. I tried the mustard with the squid ink one, and it didn't really work. A lot of the sauces didn't really work with the squid ink one. I thought it was a really nice flavor, and I thought if they were all the same price, then I'm kind of getting a really good deal getting a squid ink corn dog. But I agree. I thought I was surprised that it was still really crunchy. I bit into it expecting it to kind of still be soggy just sitting there.
Yes, and if this was a regular corn dog, it would have been greasy and it would have been soggy. But so we agree on the corn dog. We just didn't agree on the flavor.
Yeah, we depart on the flavor, and I still have my reservations. I'm hoping that they have a hotter lamp when it's game time, because I want that cheese pull. Like, that's the fun of a Korean corn dog, is you just like pull it all the way out from your arm and the cheese stretches all the length of your arm. But I guess you could also go to like the ID and get one from their store.
There you go. That's how you do it. But you know what? Again, this is why I like it. Even though it was at cold to room temperature, mozzarella cheese still tastes pretty damn good. So I thought it held up for me.
Okay, I'll leave room for at least one wild card from you that maybe you just tried and you really liked.
Oh, I'm going to go with wine this time. Pursuit by Bear is the name of the brand. It's owned by, I hate to say this because it really has nothing to do with the celebrity, but Kyle MacLachlan.
Yeah, from Twin Peaks?
Yes, Twin Peaks, Sex and the City. He has his own wine brand. And his table wine here is delicious. It's better than any stadium would have, unless you're in the VIP or the box seat. It's a table wine, but I'm guessing it's mostly cab, a little Merlot, has a little coffee, cocoa note. It's called Bear Cup. Brandi from Lumen Field. Unfortunately, the game isn't taking place now because we got sweet seats, people. We're like pretty much 5 rows back.
I can just imagine beast mode
Right?
from where I'm at.
Like right now, if they kick a field goal, we have a chance to even catch the football.
So we'll just come back, get some nosebleeds, get some Korean hot dogs.
Yes, and the rib sandwich. Thanks for joining me, Brandi, in this tasting.
Thank you for inviting me.
My advice to fans eating at the game: avoid food and sandwiches covered in foil or sitting under heat lamps. Go with what looks hot and fresh. We have details about where to find all our recommendations and how much they cost in the description of this episode. Thanks for listening to Seattle Eats. The show is a production of the Seattle Times and KUOW, part of the NPR network. You can support Seattle Eats by investing in the local newsroom and the specialized beats that make this sort of storytelling possible. Please consider joining and subscribing at KUOW.org/eats and SeattleTimes.com. Seattle Eats is produced by Claire McGrain and Brandi Fullwood and edited by Jim Gates and Trevor Lensmeyer. I'm Tom Ben. See you next week. I actually went to Walla Walla and I stayed at bed and breakfast, and out jogging in the field was someone who looked like Kyle MacLachlan in the morning. I said, God, I must still be hungover. So I went to breakfast, and it was him. And he says, well, I'm doing some R&D because I'm going to start my own wine brand.
So you kind of got a little preview.
I got a little preview, you could say.